woman, you don't need to remove her bra. The bra can stay on. However, everything else must come off. Otherwise, you cannot see. Okay, especially in the winter, all these heavy coats must remove them. Okay? Again, the bra can stay on, but everything else must come off. Okay, so we assess breathing. We determine the casualty is not breathing. What is the next signs of the person breathing? Yeah. What's the next step? Then immediately you go into CPR. Okay? Immediately you go into CPR. Okay? Now, the proper technique for CPR is you do 30 compressions and 2 breaths. When I was with Red Cross, I used to teach people, okay, you gotta feel for this soft part, this triangle part. This is where your lower sternum is, and then you measure one hand above. Okay, no longer do we teach you to measure because we don't want to waste time. Right now, all I tell you is compress where the breastbone is. Okay? So for those of you who don't know where the breastbone is, feel where your heart is. Okay, feel your heartbeat. Okay, feel your heartbeat. Right, move to the center. That is where your breastbone is. Okay, so we don't compress to the left side. Okay, we don't. We compress through the breastbone in order to get to the heart. Okay, so right here is where the breastbone is. Okay? Now, another thing to know is that when we're trying to do when we're doing CPR on somebody, we need to compress deep enough. Okay? And that means we need to go this deep, 5 to 6 centimeters. This, very, very hard. Yeah. Okay? The whole reason why we're born with this breastbone and the ribs is to protect our heart and our lungs. Very, very tough. Yeah. However, if we don't go this deep, we're not squeezing the heart. Completely pointless. So you'll be doing this, completely pointless. You need to go this deep. Okay? Now, in order to go this deep, the proper technique is you need to lock your elbows. In other words, if you're doing this, if you're doing compressions like this, then you're not going deep enough. Okay? You must lock your elbows completely straight. And then you're going to use your entire body weight to go down. Entire upper body weight go down, and you're going to recoil and come back all the way up. You're going to do that 30 compressions. Okay? All right, so let's practice it. We cannot practice on each other, so you're just going to have to imagine. Imagine there's a casualty in front of me that's choking. Okay? When you hear the person coughing and it sounds like this, the best way to dislodge the food is to encourage the person to cough. Okay? However, as soon as you hear this sound, completely blocked. Okay? Then you must give 5 back blows and the 5 abdominal thrusts. To give 5 back blows, then imagine the casualty facing this way. You're going to put this foot, okay, in front of him. So I want you to imagine there's somebody in front of you. Yeah, this foot in front of him. And then this hand on his far shoulder. This hand, okay, on his back. You're going to lean him forward slightly. He leans forward, you don't lean, okay? You remain straight. Yeah. And then I want you to hit as hard as you can right between the shoulder blades, right here. Okay. As hard as you can. Not like this, okay, not like this, not like this, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, without letting go, you're going to keep holding on to him. You're going to come to his back. You're going to spread his legs. And then this foot, you're going to put between his legs. And then drop your hand down to his hip bone. So feel something hard. And then go across. That's usually where the person's belly button is, okay? So drop down to his hip bones, slightly above, go across, and you're going to form a fist. To form a fist, this thumb, 4 fingers on top, you have this knuckle, and then this hand over this fist, and you're going to thrust as hard as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep holding on to him. You're going to step in front of him. Okay. This foot in front of him. This hand, far shoulder. Lean him forward slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, keep holding on to him. Step behind him. Now, the reason why you want to keep holding on to him is because when a person is choking, in 3 minutes, if they don't get oxygen, they will drop. Okay? If they drop, you don't want him to hit his head on the ground. You want to hold on to him, gently lay him down. Because if you don't hold on to him, he suddenly drops, hit his head on the ground. Now not only are you dealing with a choking adult, you're dealing with somebody who's choking and also bleeding. Yeah, you don't want that. Okay? You don't want that extra problem. So keep holding on to him. Keep holding on to him. Again, spread his legs. This foot between his legs. Drop to feel his hip bones slightly above. Go across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now in 3 minutes, if you cannot dislodge the food, he's going to drop. Now you have somebody on the ground. You're dealing with an unconscious choking adult.